I don't even think
Dedicate.
I have the Twitch. Oh wait, I do. Let's see.
That's right.
Put it in.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's see. Activity feed? No, that's not it.
Ooh.
Ooh. What's wrong?
I had just gotten out of the shower, but I didn't do anything with my hair, so.
Oh.
You like that?
Got a bug in
Oh.
my room. Flying around.
Was that-
Like
What was that soundboard? You like that?
You like that?
Okay. I wasn't sure if I heard it on the Twitch stream, and I was like, I don't remember saying that tonight.
Yep, I got a lot of stuff going on here. So, oh wait, let me swap this out for this.
I want to make this my background behind me if I could.
I don't know how to do that.
Be so awesome.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, we can go, I guess. Hopefully everything's recording. Not yet.
I have people skills.
Okay, but you're helping me.
I'm recording on Audacity.
Excuse
good.
me.
Is it good? Oops.
Oops.
Stay.
Stay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I should pull up the
Oh!
agenda.
Look at that. Was
What are
that
we
on
looking
the last
This
episode?
is Help Desk
The
Nightmares.
episode number?
This podcast
Oh,
takes a look
but
at
it's
the
not right.
interactions Help
I was
Desk
gonna
and
say, isn't
support
that true,
techs have
Cody?
on a regular basis and the
let's see.
nightmares we encounter.
I know the episode number.
I mean, I do now that Mark spoiled
Members
it.
Group.
I don't see it.
That's not the right number, though.
No.
I don't know where that is. Episode
Oh.
number. Here we go.
There's a bug in my... Dave, did you put a bug in my room?
Yes, I did.
Moved from your room to my room?
Yep, that's how
Yes,
it works. It moved up through Skype. If you're watching the Twitch stream right now, and or if you're a $5 a month Patreon person, you could see. Is it $1, Cody? I don't remember. You might be able to see
What?
the Twitch stream if you give us any amount of dollars on Patreon. So there you go. You could see Dave has a real live video.
Crappy video, but it's good. It's there.
Is that just a Rode windscreen, or you have a Rode mic too?
It's a Rode mic.
Hey,
Ooh.
fancy.
I
I don't know
love
what that
my Rode
means.
Cody and I are just on good old
It's a brand.
MXLs.
Oh, man. I mean, it looks nice. Is like Ride the off-brand. I want my Ride mic.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. It sure
Rode
is.
spelled differently.
Mm-hmm.
So now that it's on the Twitch stream, you don't have to guess what episode it is, and I updated the correct number this time, so that's good.
It's episode 82.
Hey,
Ooh.
we're so close to 100, yet so far away.
So close. Oh, my gosh. It'll be Christmas before it's 100.
Do you have anything planned, special plan for the 100th episode?
Let's see. I have not done the math. It probably will not be 18. It definitely won't be 18 episodes from now when I go to Idaho, so we can just pretend that it is
Wait, when are you going to Idaho?
September.
Nice.
So 82,
September,
84,
September.
85, 86, 87,
That's pretty exciting.
88. It'll be like 88 or 89 when I go. So not 100, but close.
Nope.
Getting there. Getting there.
I mean, at 1 week, it's going to be January, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's just now August.
Yeah, in 1 week.
1 week it'll be
The
January.
1st of August, today.
Yeah.
Does anything good happen in August? Nobody's born in August?
I don't know any August birthdays. No.
July was not a good month, so hopefully August is better.
July was a hot month.
July was a hot month.
Death.
July had a lot of... Come on, Mark. Bye. Thank you,
I haven't
God.
heard that one in a while.
while. So this week I did Cycle Bar again with my favorite instructor, so that was good. He won't be there this weekend, so I did
Yes.
not schedule the class. I've got 2 left that I already have paid for, so I'm going to wait till he's back. I still can't run. The injury does not seem to be resolving itself. I'm gonna
You're
give it
not-
a month and see if it's like a torn tendon or something. I can walk.
Stop.
It just there's just.
I was going to
like,
say,
it's
you're not
right.
limping anymore.
Yeah,
It's
not
taking a
right.
while.
The movement is not correct. And
Ooh,
it's just when I lift my
actually.
leg, so.
I saw you move a little fast, but I think that was probably adrenaline.
Could be because I put out a literal fire with a fire extinguisher for the first
Oh,
time at a building I
damn.
happened to be in this week.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
So Cody and I went to a building. We got a call that something's going on. It smells like something plastic is burning. Maybe the HVAC, a belt is broken or something.
Yeah.
The people that called us had turned off their HVAC to see if that would help. And anyway, so we were not there on the premise, but Cody and I got in the car right away and went over there. So we walked around the building, see if we could smell anything. You kind of could smell it a little bit outside, but not really. Where they said inside that they could smell it, we walked around there. So we go inside the building, and you can smell, like, it smells like burning plastic, burning rubber kind of stuff. So Cody decides he's going to go up on the roof to see if there's any HVAC, any kind of smoke up there, anything, any problems he can see up there. I poke my head up to the roof, but I don't go up there, and I just let Cody go up there and deal with that. And I go on the second floor of this building to where the people say that they smell something. So I get near to where they said that they smelled this location on this side of the building, and I see a bunch of smoke. I'm like, oh shit, that's not good. Maybe something is, like, some belt is going crazy or what. I don't know what's going on. I move a little closer, and I see flames. So then it turns out that there are fire extinguishers all around, but I know one place for sure that there's a fire extinguisher. So I run back to that place, the mechanical room, grab the 10-pound fire extinguisher, drag it back or run with it back, and then extinguish the flame that's in two spots coming out of a wall. Turns out a thermostat has caught the wall on fire.
Oh, Jesus.
So then we decide it's time to call the fire department, and they come
Yeah.
out and do their thing.
You think? Yeah.
So that was fun.
Damn.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was intense. Especially my favorite part was that I was on the roof and I called Mark because I smelled something on the roof. I'm like, yeah, it seems like it's coming from this air conditioner, or at least the vent for the air conditioner. And I call him.
Cody goes up on the roof. I have seen the fire, and I run back to the mechanical room. I grab the fire extinguisher. I run to the location, and Cody calls me on my phone, and I say, "There's a fire." And then Cody's like, "Is there really?" I'll be right down. I hang up, and that's when I put out the fire.
Yep.
You didn't say fire. There's a
I
fire.
did not say fire. There's a fire.
That would have
Oh.
been clutch. He wouldn't have believed you.
I know.
That was-
So-
that was-
So I didn't fully believe him because just the night before, I had a fire on my house or at my
Yeah.
house.
oh, shh.
So a power line ended up basically blowing up on top of our garage, and it just sat there and it kept sparking and catching everything on fire. So I texted Mark a picture of it, and I did hashtag fire or fire, there's a fire, or something like that. Mark didn't even look at it. He just said,
I don't know what
haha.
it was. I thought Cody's just being a silly guy.
Yeah, so the next day I'm like, yeah, man, I had the fire. And he's like, oh.
That
That's
was
how he
real?
talks.
Yeah, I said, "Ooh."
Yeah,
Ooh.
but fire inspector, the firefighters, they were all really thankful. I'm pretty sure they said they're going to give Mark an award.
Well, they said that, but they didn't have an award, so empty
Yeah.
words.
He just said, thank you for your service.
Thank you
Yeah.
for yours. You may go now.
So that was fun. What did you
Yeah,
do,
that's
Dave?
exciting.
You didn't see Weird Al this time. We covered that last
No,
week.
cover that last week.
Daisy?
Actually, some a little Daisy. A friend of mine had a 50th birthday party. Him and his girlfriend have birthdays close to each other, so they had a dual party at a beach near us here.
Nice.
It was awesome. We had I had a friend come up from out of town, and I actually one of my friends is a guy that I used to know in high school, and I haven't seen that guy in years. And he walks up to me, he goes, "You're Dave," and I'm like, "Yes, I am." And then when he said it, he goes, "I'm Doug," and we started chatting. And it's been a long time, but it was cool. We hung out pretty late, and then after we got back, me and my other friend, he was staying at my house because he's from out of town. We stayed up till 3 a.m. We just had a blast. It was a really good night.
That's too late for my blood.
I avoid all of my high school friends.
Yeah, I avoid 99.9% of them.
Some of them are cool. I don't like
Yeah.
going back to where I grew up because I don't want to see anyone. I don't like going
Yeah.
back to where I ever have lived across the state because I don't want to see anyone.
I'm not going to any high school reunions. None of that stuff. No, thank you.
Fun. Cody, what did you do? You go. Cody, go. You say it. Cody.
All I had was the fire. That was about it.
Fire. You had a fire in your garage. What happened? A power line caught your garage
Yeah.
on fire?
So the power line just broke, and then it started sparking everywhere. And then the power, it was doing that for about 4 hours.
Wow.
the firefighters came out, and just like with Mark's little fire, I called and I'm like, hey, not a huge deal, just power line down, it's sparking and stuff, and they sent what felt like every single person from the fire department and police department to go and check on us.
Wow.
Yeah, when I said that there was actual flame and not just smoke, they sent out 8 fire vehicles.
Yeah, it was insane.
So
They're
that
not
was
taking
fun.
any chances.
Yeah.
No.
We didn't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Did you-
Because we
did it-
weren't sure if the fire was still inside the wall or if the building was going to burn
Yeah.
down.
Did a hole like burn in the roof or just like the tiles or?
It was just
Like-
the wall.
Yeah, just the
don't know-
wall.
I meant,
don't know about
Cody's house.
garage. Yeah, what about your
Oh, it just burnt a small hole, like maybe 6-7 inch hole in the roof.
Okay. Could be a
No.
lot worse.
Did you see
Yeah.
that song?
Yeah.
The roof is on fire
6-7
song?
inch hole in the roof. Oh no.
Oh.
Lori, we were not happy because it was late and it was hot and it was mosquitoes everywhere.
Did you say this?
You like that?
No, I did not tell her that.
I, pulled
I
a
did give
couple- a couple new audio clips from Cody, like this one.
I can
Yeah.
tell.
When did I do that?
Last week. And
Really?
It's labeled Cody Fancy Laugh.
Ooh,
laugh.
fancy laugh.
Fancy.
This one's
Is
labeled
there-
Cody Laugh Creep.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
have
To
one
be
with
fair.
Dave.
Yes.
I received it.
There you go.
The
I don't know
Irish.
why you said that.
I don't. Oh, you know what? I was probably talking about an end user, and that was like my,
Yeah.
my impression of them.
I
I have one
received
more of
it.
Cody.
received it.
Got a blast.
Oh, nice. That should be my sign-off thing.
Oh, kinky.
There you go.
That's all the new ones I have. I do have a new outro because we do have a couple. So I'm going to do it at the top of the show. I hate when I'm listening to shows and then you have to wait till the end before they talk about their Patreon people. So we have 2 Patreon subscribers that we talked about
Nice.
last week. One of them is, you should have to wait to the end of the show. So I hate when shows do that. That's what I wrote on this thing. And I just
Yep.
said that.
You-
The first
you-
is
one of
is
them
a
is-
$1 a month support level patron named Hayden Richardson. We're not gonna say who that is, but shout out to Hayden who always actually restarts his computer before calling tech support and claiming that. he does.
Nice.
And we also have a producer level patron. So at the end of the show, I
Wow.
modified the script that reads like it says that I edit and produce the show, and that you guys are on the show. And also, it'll say that Help Does Nightmares has a producer level patron whose name is Cayman.
Cayman!
I don't think he listens to the show. And the
No,
secret is
probably
it's
not.
actually Cody.
Yeah,
who's
you're not
giving-
supposed to tell people that.
who's
I don't
giving
want.
Cayman credit for some reason for being a producer level patron on the show for at least 1
Because-
month.
Well,
Secret
I want
identity.
it. I want it to be read when they do Drunken Arcanauts and they do Halfway to Thundertown.
That Cayman's doing it too.
Yeah,
So that's
I hope
fun.
he gets so confused.
This episode, so this episode brought to you by Cayman and all of us. That's fun.
Yay,
Hopefully-
Cayman or fake Cayman.
Yeah, fake
Yes.
Cayman. Hopefully I
Fake
muted the
Cayman.
channel. Okay, good. I did. That has the normal outro because I had to modify it a little bit. I read the same thing, but then I added that part at the end. I might have to do that every time if there's a different producer level patron that's besides
man.
Cayman/Cody.
No, I'm gonna change the name every week.
Cool. I did give you guys a heads up on what the topic is, so I will read
Mhm.
that Reddit story now.
Okay.
Reddit user Bugtruck wrote this a month ago. None of this part matters. This was a slightly odd tale that started around 10 this morning. I like that he didn't say 10 a.m. this morning. I hate when people say that because that's redundant. I forwarded my boss an email. He didn't receive it. I copied the contents into a new email and sent that just in case it was the forwarding that had gone wrong. He didn't get that either. I sent him a blank email. Guess what? During this
He
time,
didn't receive it.
yeah, during this time I was sending emails to others and they were receiving them. Kevin, my boss, the name should have warned me, was receiving emails from others. I sent emails to internal and external addresses and they were going through fine. His emails were coming to me. At this point, I was a bit stumped, so I contacted my favorite people, tech support. All the normal questions were asked, including whether there were any attachments on the emails. There weren't. But whilst I was emailing back and forth, I replied to an email from my boss with some further information that needed to go to the original recipient. He got that. Some of you may already know where this is heading, but it took me until this point to have a bit of a brainwave. I looked at his computer and checked his rules. He had one set up to put emails from me directly into a folder, which we already knew about, but I decided to have a scan through the rest of the rules. The problem was solved when I checked the rule only to me (2). Somehow, he had set up a rule to put all of the emails that were sent only to him into a subfolder. Only to me and only to me (1) had other clauses that stopped them from sweeping up all mail, but this one didn't. He swears he has no idea how he managed to set it up. He's currently replying to several emails that he hadn't seen. The best part is that I sent an email to the tech support agent saying solved. He had set up a rule to move emails sent only to him into a separate folder, so that's where they were. He's I don't know what this word means. It seems like they're British. I don't want to say it in case it's a slur. And the agent pasted this into the ticket as the solution. I'm very glad I changed the original description to the word this person used from fucking idiot.
I'm confused. Wait, did they type I don't want to say this word, or did you
I
say
said
that? Okay.
Yeah.
They
I don't
want to
know what the
I
word
don't
is
know
then.
what it means. Let's see. I can just Google it.
Google it.
A stupid or ineffectual person. The word is numpty. It's informal.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Sounds like
Never
a
heard of that.
A stupid
British
or
thing.
ineffectual person. So I can say
Gosh.
that. It doesn't say it's a racial slur. So that's good.
Mark's gonna start calling me a numpty.
Maybe.
Come
That's
on,
fine.
man, stop being a numpty.
Yeah. Let's see.
Come on, man.
There we go.
Stop being a
You were
numpty.
so naughty.
Wow.
I didn't pull that one. I don't know. You can just do that one on the fly.
That was
Yeah,
manual.
it's easy.
Yeah. Do you guys have? We've talked about it a little bit before. I know that we had a topic or a podcast episode on Outlook, and we talked a little bit about it in that. But do you guys have experiences with inbox rules? I know some people don't use them at all, and the people that have just everything is in their inbox makes me insane. Like, how do you know what's been handled
Oh yeah,
and what
that's
you still
what-
need to address? Like, your inbox should not have 20,000 items in it. How can you even live your life that way?
with like 3,000 unread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely use rules all the time. I have rules for when, like, our antivirus server will, if there's a virus detected through the managed server, it sends us an email, and I have that go to a virus folder. And every one of my rules plays a different sound. That's just the kind of person I am. I always have it'll move the rule to a certain folder and play a sound.
Fancy.
And yeah, and I have other ones where we have an outside repair company. When they when we open a ticket with them to get something repaired, like a printer, they will usually respond with the ticket, and it just sweeps it into a folder. I can't remember. I do have a whole bunch of them. I love using rules. Rules are great.
What kind of
Cody,
sounds
has your
does it
microphone stand broken?
Who's?
Cody's
Cody?
just holding his microphone in his hand now.
It's
think he
too
likes it.
much. It's every time I put it in there, it does this. It goes down. So I just decided I'm gonna hold it like this for the remainder of my life.
Oh, good. Hopefully it doesn't turn out bad on the recording. And you're
Let's go
holding
back
it the right
to.
way.
Oh, true. Let's go back to the
Inbox
sounds. What kind of sounds does it make? Is it like a wow 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 wow?
No. When I get the NPA one, it's a computer company one. All right, whatever. But when their emails come in and it's a repair ticket, there's, I don't know if you guys ever watched Star Trek: The Next Generation.
It's been a while, but yeah, I have seen that.
There was one race of people, and I grabbed this sound clip from the web, I don't know, many years ago, but it was one of the alien race. They would act all stupid, and then they would steal technology from other races. So there was a clip of the guy going, "We need their computer things." And so that pops up for that one.
That's awesome.
And for viruses, have you ever seen Invader Zim?
Yes.
I'm going to play. Have you ever heard the Doom song?
Yes.
I have not.
Filthy heads of our doomed enemy.
Hold on.
I gotta sing the doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
Anytime there's a virus.
Oh my gosh.
And everybody in the office cracks up, and it's like, it's one of our favorite things. But we don't get viruses that often from the antivirus server, so it's a little fun little thing. It's like we just start laughing. It just plays in the background. Oh, it's awesome.
That's
The rest-
incredible.
The rest of them are like dings and just generic sounds.
I like Cody's whatever. I don't know what notification it is. Probably email, but Cody's phone goes down, down, and I always make that sound when he's
changed it.
nearby.
So every time Mark starts making comments on my ringtone, my notification tone, I
He'll change it.
So yeah, if my phone goes off, he'll go down, down, down. So now it's like boop, boop, boop. So
We
once
can
Mark
do that with
starts
our
mocking me
VoIP
with that-
our VoIP service too. If somebody calls you or messages you, so Cody's got his own specific one, but I haven't said anybody else's.
Yeah,
Mine's
I-
different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Some of them have inappropriate words for their descriptors, such as one is called squirt, and that's really the
That's
only
not
one.
inappropriate.
That's
It
nasty.
could be.
Can
It could
you
be
explain why
inappropriate.
It's inappropriate, Mark.
It's not a good word. It's like one being called moist. We don't want
What's
that.
wrong with moist? Like a moist towelette. My towel is moist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My my,
So there you go.
my underoos are moist from this walk.
Ew. They shouldn't be.
Underoos.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Whenever
don't sweat down there.
Yeah, whenever I show people inbox rules on mine, there's so many, and I have to go through some periodically to like clean them up. Because at one point, when there were only 10 of us employees, I had any email from all of the employees copied to a folder. I still have rules set up like that. So anything from Cody or our operations manager goes in, or our owner goes into the business folder, copies there, and I keep a copy in the inbox. So when I delete it from the inbox, I know I still have it if I need it later there. But anything for like IT or support stuff that I happen to get to myself will go to a folder like that automatically. But I just send copies of stuff to folders that I know I have it later, and I can, if I don't have to respond, I can just delete it from my inbox and it's not there. I don't have to move most anything at all. It just goes automatically. I can delete wherever I am. I don't have to move it anywhere, and it's good to go.
Yeah, the folders and the rules are the best.
Yeah, folders are the way to go for sure. Even though Mark discovered today that I don't actually use my folder structure at all. I just grab, so anytime my email is like, I'm done with it. I don't need to do anything with it. I don't delete it. I drag it into a folder, but I'll just drag it over to the left and hope it goes into the right spot.
Cody has a folder called General. So that's
Yeah.
a bit too broad for my taste. I don't know what would be
kept.
kept in there. I have
really
one
need
for
to go
HR. I
through-
have one for business. I have one for IT. I have a lot of them. But
I'm thinking I'm just going to restructure it, but I'm a little afraid. I just want one folder called handled. And I can move
okay.
everything into there because you can search in Outlook. It doesn't need, I'm
You
not
can
going to go
search-
specifically.
For ours is set to cache a year back, or some of them are set to cache 6 months because there's so many for some of us who've been there a long time. So you can't always search easily. My Outlook has such problems searching. Something is wrong with my Active Directory profile that it just doesn't let me search usually. I can't find things by search. I have to find it in the folders, which is easier for me. But that's a one-off. Like everybody else can search just fine. Just mine will not search. It will refuse to search by keyword. It'll show me some things, but I know that I have the email and it doesn't show it to me. So
That's annoying. I love using search. I agree. Search is good too. Like, and usually if I don't remember, I can go into a folder, but like if I don't remember all the specifics, I could just do a general search for all mailbox items, and it just goes through the whole thing.
yeah.
I've gone back like 8-9 years to pull something up, for that we talked about a long time. Our bosses will go, remember that thing? I'm like, yeah, 8 years ago, yeah. I kind of remember that. Yeah, you don't remember how to do it? No, I don't remember how to do that.
That thing that we did a decade ago? No.
Yeah,
Surprisingly, no.
totally.
I don't know about that. Interesting. I do have this. Let's see if this is the right thing.
Breaking news.
I pulled that. I forgot about that.
Breaking news.
Oh, that was.
Cody said that last
to
week.
it. Beat me to it.
I wasn't sure if Cody was frozen on my screen or.
No, that was the stare down. Mark knows. Mark knows not to surprise me with these sound clips.
August 1st of what year? MTV debuts. MTV, presumably standing for music television, launches on cable TV. As most people know, after the intro sequence, the first video played was "Video Killed the Radio Star" by the Buggles.
Buggles.
However,
I
a
watched
bit.
that.
Yeah,
The
I
Buggles.
was not born. However, a bit of trivia is the second song played was "You Better Run" by Pat Benatar. MTV had an immediate impact on the music industry and was an iconic symbol of the technology-driven blank decade. So Dave should know what year this was.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
I can't participate.
Why
I
not?
actually know.
I looked up Video Killed the Radio Star. And it just has the year right there.
The year of that, the
81.
correct. So Dave wins. Cody, is that what you would have said?
No, I was going to say 1979.
Oh, well,
because
that
that's
would
the
have
year
been when
the-
it came
The
out.
Buggles.
But
Who
yeah,
the heck are the Buggles?
they sang Video Killed the Radio Star.
But
Have
it
you heard that
sounds
song,
like
Cody?
A Disney Channel little kid thing. Yeah, I'm
It
watching
does.
it right now.
You're
It's a
watching
weird
it?
video too.
Dun, 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 dun.
We hear the playback and it seems so long ago.
That was good.
Breaking
news.
news.
It's
I don't know
not
if I like
embedded in
this.
there. I can just play it whenever I want.
Breaking news. Break. Break.
Oh, yeah, let's do this.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. What
Gosh darn
year?
it, did we do that at the same time?
Yeah.
We're
What year
disgusting.
was the Apple Lisa born? July
What is a
30th of this year, Apple begins work on the Lisa, which would become the world's first commercial computer with a graphical user interface, GUI. Originally intended to sell for $2,000 and shipped 2 years later from this year, the Lisa is delayed until 4 years later and sells for $10,000. Utilizing tech that's ahead of its time, the high cost, relative lack of software, and some hardware reliability issues ultimately sink the success of the Lisa. However, much of the technology introduced by the Lisa influenced the development of the Macintosh as well as other future computer and operating system designs. What year was the Apple Lisa born? July 30th of what year?
Cody, you want to go first?
1979.
12. No.
Dave?
I was going to say close to MTV. I was going to say 82.
One of you is.
That's right.
Care to guess who?
No, it's
Me.
not me.
It's Cody, 1979.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh! You want to know
That's
the only reason I
right.
guessed it is because
That's
that's when
right.
the Buggles Video Killed the Radio Star 1979 came out.
So you just guessed
I'm gonna
that.
do so much research on the Buggles.
The Buggles, great. Good for you. I hope you do.
Starting a Buggles podcast.
I hope you do. It'll be called Chubby People Listening to Buggles.
Oh.
The Buggles fan page.
I love that one.
Oh, man, you're just gonna have a choir of Cody's singing or laughing.
Yeah.
Eventually, we won't need him on the show anymore.
A
Just
choir
have
of
him-
Cody
yeah,
singing. That's what it is.
Be a dream.
Uh,
Yahoo!
Anything else random in here, Mark?
not yet.
Oh, okay. I gotta watch my mouth. Okay.
Anything
We're
could
gonna
be a
change the
soundbite.
podcast name to "People Making Fun of Chubby People."
Okay. Yahoo Answers user Bernardo asks, how long
Marathon.
have you been using your current cell phone? Do you think you will need an upgrade soon?
Who was he asking that to? Just everybody?
I guess.
The world.
I mean,
There's 8 answers. So
oh, jeez.
I've had mine for I think 2.5 years.
Do you
I've had
think
mine
you'll
for
need
about
an
a year.
upgrade soon?
Do I think?
Yeah.
Yes. Will I get one? No.
Look at Mark's old phone.
Dave, you're an Android person, right? You're on
Totally
Android?
Android.
Nice.
I've had my S9 for
Oh, yeah. S9 is nice.
for a year.
I don't like Samsung. I won't buy a Samsung phone, but they do make. I just don't. The only thing I don't like is like LG and Motorola and Samsung. I don't like the overlay that they put. I got so used to the Nexus series and then the Pixel series of just pure Android without
Oh, yeah.
any kind of anything else from any of the manufacturers that I couldn't go back.
It's
I'm
funny.
not-
There's a guy at work that he had a Galaxy I think a 5 for a while. And, yeah, and actually I had the 5 before I went to the 9 because the thing was running like a champion. It was fast as hell. I had zero problems. Just one day it just stopped turning on. So that's when I got the 9. But he went from like the 5 to the Pixel 2, and he hates not having that skin on there. Like he doesn't know how to use the phone. I'm always trying to help him find stuff in the phone, like where the settings are. It's everything
Yeah.
is different. It's different. I guess if you start with that and you stay with just the pure vanilla Android, it's probably
that's interesting.
You get used to it.
I really didn't realize that the skins made that much of a difference. I've always used phones that didn't have much customization
Yeah,
to the
launchers.
OS.
Yeah.
So it's like Yeah, I didn't know it was different. So
Yeah, I won't be switching away from iPhone. I love it. So I just got mine in March. I will wait until I will not get one this year because even if I wanted to, that 11 looks like garbage. I'll wait till next year because next year is supposed to be a much better phone than this year's. So 2020,
nice.
and I get a new one every 2 years anyway. So
Just out of habit.
yeah, I don't want to wait longer than that. I want it to be fast the entire time I use it, and that feels like a decent schedule for me. User Meg O asks, are there any headphones to block out night noise that do not create more noise within themselves?
They're called earplugs.
Earplugs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or you can wear those like the construction ones that just cover your entire ear
Yeah.
and you can't hear anything. But how are you going to sleep in that?
Not gonna say earplugs would be your best bet.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. They
I
have those
have-
little cool ones. I used to go to the little squishy ones where they're. I used to when I took my son to his drum lessons. I'd sit in the drum room with them, and it's like really freaking loud in there.
Yeah.
So I've got these little things. You roll them up, and they squish, and you stick them in your ear, and then the foam expands and fills in the space, and it is amazing how much it cuts out. It's
Yeah.
night and day.
They
You
have
to
those
wear
at Cycle Bar because some of the spots they've just got the big like JBL speakers hanging from the ceiling or whatever. So if you sit right by a speaker, you're gonna go deaf. So they definitely on site have headphones or not headphones ear things you can put in your ear. So that definitely worked. When I sat, I had to pick a seat. They used to not assign seats, so you just get whatever seat you get. So I had to sit right next to a speaker one time, and I put those in and earplugs, and they were real good. They were a lifesaver on that at that point.
Nice.
It worked. It worked well.
Nice.
So earplugs is the answer.
Earplugs is the best bet. It might not be super comfortable to sleep in. You'll have to try it out.
I would never want to sleep with earplugs in.
Yeah.
I
What
feel
if
like I'd never
what
wake
if there's a
Fire! There's a fire!
Exactly. I would
That's it.
die.
Yeah.
I would die.
user Ruby asks, which is the best store to buy electronic gadgets?
Okay. Are we gonna play retail like physical brick and mortar?
She didn't
This
say
was-
that.
yeah.
She just said the best store, so you can choose your own
Store.
adventure.
Circuit City.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Radio
Um,
Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, gadgets.
I
mean-
prefer Best Buy, but you have to be careful. Like if you see a Best Buy salesperson walking near you, run.
Sharper
Don't let them
image.
make eye contact.
Yeah.
Don't
Sky Mall.
acknowledge them.
Sky.
Sky Mall.
Yeah, I hate.
I've always found that the prices in Best Buy are always the worst buy. They're always like
Yeah.
way higher than anything
Yeah.
else.
You
Yeah.
have to go. They have. I've never purchased anything full price from them. I always go for their clearance items or something that's
Right.
really, really discounted.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate going to Best Buy or any store that's like super high pressure sales. Like, come on, this is 2019. We're almost to 2020. Nobody's doing that now. I don't have to talk to anyone and can get it from Amazon tomorrow. I came here
Yeah.
because I need it right now. I don't want you to bother me. Just let me buy my damn stuff.
I know a lot around the country there are Fry's, right? Fry's Electronics. I
Yeah,
don't know where-
we
I don't know
we have
where-
micro centers out here.
We have a micro center here as well, and it's a little far. It's about a 45-minute to an hour drive from me, so I don't really go there that often. But they're good. They got a lot of stuff. It's like the Costco of electronics. And I heard Fry's is really good, but I've never been to a Fry's.
I haven't either. We have a micro center 3 minutes from my house. So if you know where that is in Michigan, you might know where I live. But also, I never
There's
go
only
there.
one.
I just don't want to go there.
Yeah,
So,
it's
no
a
need.
very cramped store,
yeah.
and you have to know exactly what you want. It's not a store you go to just browse and look at things, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
overall, I'm gonna say Amazon, even though that's probably bad. Amazon is where I get probably 90% of my online purchases.
I do like though, and we just got a laptop from there that should arrive tomorrow. I do like
B&H.
B&H, yeah. B&H,
B&H,
and that's in
yeah.
New York. I love that. I love B&H. So I get a lot of stuff from there delivered.
I'll
Mhm.
also go to like Tiger Direct and Newegg
Yeah.
Yeah.
for just specs and price comparisons and stuff. And sometimes they have deals and they're pretty good. So I'll go those online as well. I like to cross check a few different sites if I'm buying something big, and just to see what's out there and different sets of reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
User Anonymous, who we'll call Jalora, asks,
Yeah, Laura.
can the cloud ever be destroyed or deleted, or would that be impossible? By cloud, I mean things like iCloud, Azure, etc.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, big electromagnetic pulse from the sun.
Yeah.
We're all dead.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not all be dead necessarily. Depends on how strong the pulse is, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
the electronics could be fried. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like someone can hit one switch and turn it all off and kill everything, though. It's going to be a natural disaster or something that will destroy everything.
Yeah.
An asteroid like the dinosaurs.
We are going to be the dinosaurs to the next
Yeah.
species.
Yahoo Answers user Ganero F asks.
Ooh, I like the name, Ganero.
Yeah. Do I have to have a program to watch from a camera to a computer?
Do I
Doesn't
have
say
to
what kind
have
of camera.
a camera?
No. Technically, no.
Usually it saves and compresses the video into a pretty easy to handle video file type. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to watch your camera without opening up an app, well, I guess technically yes, because I found a website once, and I always use it to test a web camera. If a camera's not working on someone's computer or laptop, instead of trying to open up Skype or open up whatever program they were using to rule all that out, I go to a website called webcamtoy.com, and it has all sorts of cool, funny filters and stuff, and it just plays your webcam right on your screen in the browser. And you can just kind of mess around with it, and it's fun. I put it up on, I Chromecasted it on my TV and put the camera by the TV. And my kid, when he was little, and he would just dance in front of it, and it's all cool effects and lasers and slow mo and weird stuff. But it's a lot of fun. Webcamtoy.com.
How do you feel about that, Cody?
that wasn't nice.
Man, he's
Laugh.
cracking up.
Yeah.
Cody's having a real good
Mark.
time.
Yeah, calm down.
Mark.
It's not that funny.
User Min P in the category cell phones and plans asks, I made a big mistake.
Oh,
When
next question.
When I reset my iPhone, I lost everything. Phone book, photos. How can I take back all? Thank you.
Mark, this is you. I don't know.
If you didn't back up automatically to iCloud, you're screwed. It's all
Yeah.
gone. That's what a factory reset does. There's nothing left. Unless you backed it up to iTunes or iCloud automatically, it's just gone. You can't take back all. Sorry, Min.
Nope. Sorry.
Man.
That's the same for Android. If it's not backed up somewhere and you factory reset, it's all gone. Even if you back it up somewhere, sometimes with the Android phones I had, it wasn't super easy to get everything back.
Yeah.
It's better than it
there
ever
are some
was, though.
programs.
Yeah.
There are some programs I've used to recover photos and stuff from people's phones.
Yeah. We've done some stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's waving at someone.
No, I'm trying to figure out if that I'm hearing like crickets. I don't know if that's from my window or if it's from one of you guys. I don't know. Can't tell. Oh well. Didn't know if it was too loud.
Cody, what you doing? Did you tell us what you were drinking?
What
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm drinking Aldi brand.
Oh,
Golden
again?
Mountain Pale Ale.
Nice.
I have Kentucky.
Hey, bourbon barrel.
Oh, it's
Coffee
delicious.
stout.
It's awesome.
Nice. I feel like Hayden / I should have said Jay is gonna have some.
You
when I visit that person, they're gonna have some.
whoever that may be.
Yeah, whenever that happens. Yahoo
like
Answers user Anna asks, Canon
Move on,
or
move on.
Nikon?
Ooh.
More information.
That's all.
So they're talking about
I assume what
those are
kind
the
of
two big
DSLR camera they
consumer
want.
grade- Yeah, DSLRs. I say it doesn't matter.
Cameras, yeah.
I mean, buy whichever one
Depends on
you
what level.
Yeah.
It depends on what level of photographer you are. If they're talking cameras, I guess. But I personally would not know. I'd have to look that up because I have a point and shoot camera and I have my phone. So
Yeah, I just use my phone. I don't take
Yeah.
I don't take cameras. Cody has a DSLR.
Yeah, I have a Nikon that hasn't been turned on in a year and a half.
What?
Fancy.
What do you take pictures of the employees with?
My cell phone.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is cell phone cameras. I honestly believe that your cell phone, Mark, and the Pixel 2 XL, they take better photos than our DSLR does. But the DSLR requires a lot of skill that I don't have.
Yeah, Cody used to whip out his DSLR and set up some lights and a backdrop for employee photos, and it looked pretty cool. But that was a lot of work, So we don't do that
Mark's
now.
favorite part though was that I would try to do it freehand without a stand or a tripod.
and it was always blurry. Every single one.
photo. I'm like, these cameras can't just autofocus. Come on.
It does, but not when you have it set to
I
manual
don't have
focus.
Yeah, apparently I have Parkinson's disease. I'm just moving around
Doesn't have to
everywhere
be-
and I don't even know
It
it.
could be any kind of palsy. It doesn't have to be Parkinson's disease.
No image stabilization for you.
Apparently
No,
not.
there is zero image stabilization.
I have 2 more Yahoo Answers. User Ben asks, do cell phone makers also have something like a 2020 model in 2019? Like cars.
I mean, they don't call it the 2020 model, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really work like that.
They don't. Yeah, they don't use the same numbering or naming scheme that like the Honda did 2020 Civic.
Yeah.
They don't say the 2020 Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, they do typically increase the numerical value. That's what
Yeah.
every phone
by
provider
letter.
seems to be doing.
And Android's going to run out of letters soon, so we'll see what they do then.
Yeah, what's going to happen after they get to Z? They'll have to change the whole. I'm sure they already have it planned out, though.
Do you think
know.
iPhone and Samsung, they're just going to keep going up in numbers like 13, 14, 15, 16? Or
I
are
don't
they
know,
gonna
maybe.
At some point, they're going to reset and they'll change it to like a letter. The A1 and then the A2 and then the, whatever.
Yeah, because
That's what I
Windows
think.
did that.
Well, who's that?
Windows did that. Like we had 3.1 and then we had 95, 98, ME, 2000, XP, Vista, 7, 8, 10. Like what? This naming
Yeah.
scheme doesn't make any sense. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
no rhyme or reason to the naming convention.
Nope. So the answer is no, they don't have the same naming conventions. Of
They do not.
Every year they release another year.
Yahoo Answers user Horatio asks, in the category PlayStation, what are the pros and cons of being a bagger at a store?
Pros, it's really easy.
Is it? I've never
Cons.
done it.
Well, I bagged my own.
Yeah, what do you mean?
True.
But cons, it's as boring as hell, and you don't get paid anything.
Yeah. You get paid 5 cents an hour.
Yeah,
I
really.
know. I think it would be a good gig for
A
like
kid.
a high school student after
First job.
school.
Yeah, maybe.
If
or a
you're
retired person.
Yeah, you're 40 years old and you're supporting a family of 6.
Sure.
I don't know if that's really
Wow.
gonna work.
Oh my god, Emil!
Yeah.
Whoa, amazing! Shut
Come
up!
on. No.
Shut up! Shut up!
This week, we're going to talk about Fitbit. Cody, have you ever used a Fitbit?
Do I look like I used a Fitbit, Mark?
Maybe. Lots of people use Fitbit. Dave, Fitbit? Anything about Fitbit?
My wife.
Oh.
My wife.
The band keeps breaking, but she likes it. I
Well,
already bought a new band. But
Fitbit's next smartwatch could pack Alexa and an OLED screen. Fitbit said it would shift back to more innovative smartwatches after the Versa Lite floundered, and now we have an idea of what that meant. Well-known leaker Evan Blass, who is, when I had an Android, I would always go to his Twitter. He would leak the new Android phone or the new Android operating system well in advance. I don't know how he does that. Has obtained images of a future Versa-class smartwatch that clearly goes beyond the features of the standard Versa. It supports Amazon Alexa most conspicuously. You could talk to your wrist much like you can with watches from Apple and Samsung and Android. Also appears to be a change to the display. Instead of LCD with a Fitbit logo underneath, which is weird, there'd be an OLED screen with uninterrupted curved glass surface. And of course, OLED gives us true blacks, so it would look a little better too. There wouldn't be any other conspicuous changes you can see. The biggest difference would be a Versa Lite style single button instead of 3. Some of the Fitbits have 3 buttons, which is irritating. The watch that I have on now has 2 buttons, which is also irritating. I never use the second button. You'd still get a heart rate monitor, swim-ready water resistance, and the Fitbit Pay support from higher-end Versa models. This would be a smartwatch for people who want a direct alternative to the competition's flagship smartwatches, not a budget option. Not clear when the new model will arrive. Fitbit hinted in its earnings it expects to improve selling prices in the third quarter, suggesting the upgraded watch could be available before the summer is over.
So, I feel like Fitbit is just incredibly good at marketing, which is why they got as big as they did. Because how or why are people choosing Fitbits over just general smartwatches? Like, is
maybe
it
brand recognition.
That's got to be what it is, because I feel like even my old smartwatch could do all of the fitness tracking.
Mhm.
The only thing it couldn't do is a heart rate monitor, which apparently these little guys have. But
Yeah, the next Apple Watch should also have. I think the 4 currently does, and the next one should also have. So I'm waiting for that one in September to see what that one's about. But it has EKG monitor and can alert someone if your heart rate, something bad goes on with your heart rate. So you would
Huh.
never know otherwise. So instead of just a heart rate monitor, like, how fast is my heart beating? It has EKG somehow, which is cool. But
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah, health monitoring stuff. That's what it looks like if you're looking at my screen. Interesting.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's adorable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know about the square. That's the one thing I don't like about the Apple Watches. It's
Yeah.
square, but they seem to work significantly better than an Android watch. So we'll see if I get one or not.
well, it's the development and the technology behind it. I mean, it's so much easier to produce a product when you know it's only going to work with a few number of devices and a certain OS type.
Yeah, that's what we
Android is
have
so
with
limited.
That's what we have with our VoIP system. So we talked on our VoIP episode, and we talked about how we're switching to a different VoIP provider. So the one that we have now, it's an on-site. We host the server ourselves, and it connects to PBX to the outside internet. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like the Apple of the phone services in that
Oh.
the phones, you buy the phones from this company and it's all connected directly to this server, so everything is in, like, it's a closed circuit essentially, so they can program it very easily and everything works just with that system. With the other VoIP system that we're moving to, you can have a desktop phone but it does not talk to the desktop software, because you can just get that kind of phone or any kind of phone anywhere. You don't have to buy it from that company. So when it opens up like Android does, and it could be anything could be connected to this watch, you can only do so much. Whereas Apple has very locked down, only iPhone can work really well with this watch. And so it's easier when you know what's going to work with it to program it well. And that's what Apple's really good at, but it just makes it not
Mhm.
compatible with anything else.
Is your new phone system all done and up and running?
I just ran 3 hours of training
so many
today.
Training. I don't know how Mark did not kill himself.
But
to
we
be
have,
honest,
like,
because that was
45
Too much social.
Yeah, we have like 45, 50 people. We don't have a room that everyone can be in there at the same time, and I don't want 50 people asking questions at the same time. So I ran several different, like 6 different trainings on the same thing. And by the end of it, I had forgotten which group I had said. I didn't have a script I was reading. I was just going through a bullet point list of these are all the things I show you. So I forgot exactly what I had said to what group. The last
Right.
group may have heard me say things 2 or 3 times because I couldn't remember if I said it to them or not, or the previous 5 groups. So, but they all got the same information. They just may have gotten it duplicated. But that was fun. A lot of fun having to train people on the
Yeah, I've
same
done
thing
that
over and
before.
over. Yeah.
It can be fun if they're if they're well behaved.
Yeah, and everything else that we have in the office, we've got generally we've got a video training on, and it's usually
That's what I
my
was gonna
voice.
say.
And
Yeah.
people in every group were like, is there going to be a video available for this? I did not record this. We'll make one someday, but not right now.
Yeah.
You just sit
Yeah,
and
Mark did
listen
it.
and then go play with the software that's on your computer already.
Yeah, Mark did it a little backwards because usually we do a video first and then Mark just sends that out. But kudos to you, Mark. You did it. Good
Kudos.
job. I've got to go and figure out how to train the other 6 people that didn't show up.
Yeah,
It'll be okay.
That's on you.
it could be okay. Yeah, that'll be fun
Don't
for
say
Cody.
it could be.
It could be okay.
It will be.
It
So
might be all right. I don't know.
yeah.
It's gonna suck, Cody.
Yep, it might suck. It wasn't that great for me, but having one group of 6 people is not going to be anything. There's already an outline of what you need to say and show them, so
I'm gonna forget.
you can't forget from an outline. It's all on there.
Put all the bullet points up on the board
Forget my
while
Yeah.
you're standing there and just
So, Cody, what do you fuck with this week? Cody's going to say, I mess with.
We could start with Golly G.
Why are
if
you
want.
breathing like
That's
that?
fine.
Because I'm trying to think of what I mess with.
Okay, I'll go first. I
Thank you.
started watching Handmaid's Tale again.
Ooh, it's a dirty show.
It's not dirty, and it's
It's a good
pretty
show.
good. I was really mad after last season, how last season ended. I won't say it. If you're that far behind you, I don't even know if you can watch all of them on Hulu. You probably can. Some of the shows are like, you can watch the 5 most recent episodes. Well, I'm not going to start this show in season 4, thank you. So I
No.
guess I'm never going to watch it. But Handmaid's Tale is their original, so I think you can watch all of them. But I got back into it after watching an episode. It's still really good.
I
Even
don't
though
remember if I
Elizabeth
left
Moss
off-
is a Scientologist.
Yeah, she is.
Hmm.
Crazy person. Did you? What season are they on now? Handmaid's Tale.
I don't remember if it's 3 or 4. It might be 3.
Because I think I then watched 1 and 2. Then I believe. So I'm probably pretty far behind. Oh,
Maybe.
but I also. Oh God, I'm sorry.
No, I just said maybe. That's all.
I
What
was
do you
gonna
fuck
go
with?
What I fuck with this week. I started watching. I'm almost done with The Boys on Amazon.
Oh, I wanted to start it, but my wife won't let me.
Oh, wait, where is
my
it?
God.
My wife.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy show. Mark, have you watched it?
I have not. It was actually up on the TV on the PlayStation on Amazon, the Amazon app. I saw that
they're
it was
pushing
on
it
there.
hard.
I don't think they were gonna watch it, but like somebody had it on there ready to play before I came down.
It's
Oh.
insane. It's basically superheroes that they're sort of controlled by this corporation, and everything's about the photo op. They'll say instead of just flying around and solving crimes, they'll say, well, there's a 92% chance that there's going to be a crime on that corner over there this afternoon at 4 because there's a drug deal that goes down. So we want you to swoop in at 4 and find the crime, and we'll have a camera crew swarming around you to record it, and it'll be good PR.
Jesus.
So there's a lot more to it, but it's nuts. It's kind of gory, but almost in a campy, silly way. If someone gets sliced in half, it's quick, it's over, you see it, but it's a flash. But there are some parts that are gory that are that are close up and stuff. But the writing is cool. The characters are hilarious. It's a good show. I highly recommend it. It's only 8 episodes, so I think I started the 8th one a little while ago, and I'll probably finish it later tonight or tomorrow.
I'm gonna
Midsummer
try it.
is gory, but it's not quick. It stays on the screen for a real long time. So if you
Yeah.
watch that,
Yeah. There's some slow-mo gore a couple of
Yeah.
times. It almost seems, I guess it could look like it's real, I suppose, but it's almost too. The gore is like, would it look like that? I don't really know. Like,
Yeah, a little
It's almost like
exaggerated.
it's almost unrealistic, but it could be. I don't know. But it was cool.
I'm excited to watch it. I think I'm going to try to binge it on Sunday. But the trailer shows
the Lord's Day.
the speedy guy
Oh yeah.
blood misting the protagonist's girlfriend or something like
Yeah.
that. Just walks through her and she explodes.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm sorry, man. I gotta go," and just keeps going.
I can't
like, no
stop.
big
I
deal.
can't stop.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm excited for that. I do remember what I did. We binged all of Orange, or the rest of Orange, the last season.
Orange
Oh.
is the New Black. Was it any
That's
good?
that's another
It was
show.
okay.
That's another show my wife watches.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was good. It's just not as much happened, and it felt like it just ended really fast.
Like limped
they had
to
to
the
get
end.
it done.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Sweet.
That's what we
Nice.
are all about. Here's the. Nope, that's not it.
Got a blast.
You've been listening to Help Desk Nightmares on the Halfway Network. So new Help Desk
outro.
Nightmares is created by Mark E, Cody T with Dave G. It is edited by Mark E. It is produced by Mark E, as well as our producer level patron, Cayman. If you like the show, for others like it, check out halfwaynetwork.com. Leave us a review on iTunes so other people can find the show. Follow us on Instagram at Help Desk Nightmares. To become a patron, visit patreon.com/helpdesknightmares, or for show notes and links, visit helpdesknightmares.com.